Gamers of World.
There's your fucking take.
Sorry, I came out a little hot.
Yo, dude, I mean, relax.
The youngest and the tightest.
Hear me out.
Of the break.
This isn't a cult.
You stupid motherfucker.
Oh my god.
Welcome back, YT Gang, to another episode of DJVW.
Whoa.
I'm a big gay pirate. I look like
God.
Guy Fieri's gay nautical son.
You look like a Bond villain.
I do. I
You
feel like
look
a Bond
like
villain.
a hood Bond villain. You look like a blooded out Bond villain.
That's you're goddamn right. I am. I got the drippiest outfit in the world, but I also got a drippy eye. I got fucking pink eye. I think it's pink eye.
Stop eating that booty, son.
I can't.
So
I just can't.
This is what I'm going to tell everybody right now.
Yeah.
If you are listening to this, make sure we're dropping our YouTube this Wednesday. Mm-hmm. So make sure to keep a lookout for that YouTube drop. Go there, subscribe, and look at the fact that Dave looks like a blooded out hood pirate Bond villain.
Marco, don't you bring up Patchy the fucking
Patchy
pirate,
the
bro.
pirate.
Oh
Don't
my
you bring
God.
up Patchy the fucking pirate.
Oh, please
from
put
the
that in.
SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
Please put that in post.
Bro.
You and Patchy the pirate.
I'll tell you what, man. I have never had pink eye before, and I had no idea it could be as painful as it is, dude. I felt like I was being tortured. Like if you want to get a terrorist, and you want to get answers from a terrorist, what you're gonna want to do is rub your asshole against that terrorist's eye, and then just lock him in a room for a few days and let it develop.
Not for nothing.
He's gonna be begging for the remedy, bro. He's gonna be. He'll give you all the secrets of Al Qaeda for the remedy, bro.
Yo, not for nothing. I did one time give my boy pink eye.
You farted.
No, I banged this hood rat down in his room.
Okay.
And I guess either mine or her butt cheeks were on the pillow at some point.
Oh, dude.
The next day, he goes, "Hey, dude, thanks for the pink eye."
Hey, how come all your stories about the things you do to your old friends are all terrible? Every time you tell a story about an old friend, it's you doing something absolutely terrible to them.
You know, when you came in, I thought that eye patch was going to be a little bit bedazzled. Like,
yeah, like here from the Goonies. I would like
I
to.
thought you were going to put just one little piece of gold on there.
I mean,
just a little
I wouldn't be opposed to that. Maybe just glue a little rhinestone to it.
Just to jazz it up a little bit.
Dude, man, I was at work when it started flaring up the second day in a row, and I thought I had some steel in my eye, but it turns out that I'm pretty sure it's just pink eye. And
Instead,
let me tell
it's
you,
just dookie particles, son.
The only relief that I can
dookie
get,
particles.
or that I could get the night when it happened, was to pinch my eyelid and pull it off of my eye, because for whatever reason my eyelid was causing the irritation.
Dude,
bro.
you were like that guy on the Segura thing where you're injecting your eyeball with all that.
That's what I felt like, dude.
You're like, I feel that guy's pain.
I started going hard in the
know.
paint. I had
this close to doing it.
antihistamines. I had Advils in me. I smoked. I drank a considerable amount of Tito's, all to get the pain to go. Pain wouldn't go away, bro.
No.
Nothing that I did would make it feel any better. I fell asleep with my arm in the air, pinching my eyelid and pulling it off.
Ugh.
And it would fall off, and then
So-
all of a sudden the pain would come back, and I'd wake up again.
So
it was
what
like
about
torture.
everybody at the house? Did Cindy or Jack get this shit?
Cindy thought she's
is
she's
it really
always
from
worried.
eating booty, or what the fuck is it?
I have no idea.
You should totally show us the eye.
It's not. It looked like that yesterday. It's not so bad today.
What
You
if
have
he
a lazy
picks it
eye.
up and it looks like Bisping's eye when he takes
Dude, let me
It's
tell you.
not that bad.
Light sensitivity is a wild fucking thing.
Yeah.
Trying to like maneuver, and because I had pink eye didn't mean that I wasn't gonna go get my Saturday drip on, and so I had to go to the mall. I
Obviously.
had to pick up big drip.
Obviously.
And so I'm fucking lit. My wife is holding my hand. I'm walking with my eyes closed.
Are you a little nervous when you walk by, let's say 3-4 young black kids all dripping out in red? Does it make you a little nervous if you were to walk by them?
To be honest, it's not like it was when we were kids. You can wear whatever fucking color you want, especially
You know what it is?
Freehold.
Also, I would doubt. You look like you could be the leader of like a blood gang with that eye patch.
I'm gonna do one of two things. I'm gonna
You look
stab
like-
you, or I'm gonna take you to Flavortown.
You remember
one
that,
of two things.
You remember that guy from White Boy Rick that got shot? That black dude who's
Yeah.
You're like kind of like
That's what I feel like. Well, having the outfit on plus the eye patch, I do feel like some sort of a crime boss.
you do look like a Bond villain.
Yeah, I do. I feel a lot like
Like
a
an
Bond
urban
villain.
Bond
I should have bought
villain.
a big. Remember the big knife when I gifted you your knife?
Yeah.
And I had my knife. I should have brought my knife with me. And just started picking
I'm
my
about
teeth
to
and
start
sinister shit
calling
like
him
that.
number 2 from Austin Powers.
Bro, I'm telling you though,
This
Pink
is
Eye
number 2.
Is
Oh, man.
is so. Oh, isn't that Will Ferrell's character?
No, he's
No,
Mustafa.
that was Mustafa.
You're the
I
guy.
broke my leg.
You're number 2.
Yeah,
Austin
yeah.
Powers. There it is right there.
Who does number 2 work for?
Who does number 2?
Yes,
There you
yeah,
are.
he's a very
name?
handsome, dashing man with a
There
suit
he
and an eye
is.
patch.
He's a good-looking guy.
Is that Rob Lowe?
Rob Lowe was in.
Oh, he was
when
young.
they Back in time.
Hey, how
remember?
great of a cast is that? Right?
Oh, it's a solid
And he looks
cast.
just like him.
First
as,
of all,
as a young
Mike
man.
Myers is a super good actor who's really underrated.
Unbelievable.
He was so good in Inglourious Bastards.
Oh yeah.
He was in Inglourious
Made that
Bastards.
little
Yeah,
cameo towards
he-
the end of the movie.
Bring that up, Marco.
He plays like the English guy who
Mike Myers.
Mike Myers in Glorious Bastards.
Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
He
at
plays
all.
like kind of like that
There you
Winston Churchill-y kind of.
Oh,
that's him.
Man,
Yeah.
he was fucking excellent.
He
You're right.
also looks like a guy who would live a couple houses down and
Yeah.
kidnap children.
For
He hasn't
sure.
done anything in a
He
while,
looks
right?
pretty goddamn
He
scary
hasn't.
there.
If you're Mike Myers, you're sitting on a yacht right now, sipping drinks and
Sipping
fucking bitches,
cerveza.
nicking down
After
bitches. Because
the Austin Powers franchise, it's
Yeah, he
smooth
really went
sailing
to
from
shit.
there.
I wonder
also,
how much.
wait-
Can you type in net worth after
Yo,
that?
wait,
I'd like
wait,
to know net
wait.
worth.
Do you remember when he was standing next to Kanye West and Kanye West was like, George Bush don't like black people.
Yeah, and he was making
then
faces, he was like-
and then he just slid out
He's
of the
like,
shot.
Type in
No,
net worth. I
I'm
want to know
not-
what Mike Myers is
Not going
worth.
to be here for this. I don't want
Because,
any of this backlash.
Him and Eddie Murphy, when we were kids, between Austin Powers and the Nutty Professor, like they were the most hilarious
yeah.
people on the face of the earth. Go to
Mike
all.
Myers was murdering it back then.
200 mil. Good for him.
Holy
200
shit!
million.
Mike Myers is worth $200 million.
I feel that's about right.
Hold on,
yeah.
wait. Let me do it. He's worth $200 million.
Dude, I was talking about that scene from Austin Powers where he's fighting Mini-Me and he throws him and his pants accidentally come off and he
Vern
likens
Troyer.
his dick to baby arm holding an apple. It was one of the funniest fucking lines I had ever heard in my life.
I thought I smelled a bit of cabbage.
And those scenes where he's pulling things out of his ass, the silhouette of his
Yeah,
ass, you know,
yeah.
when he's like in a tent. Dude,
Oh, that
those
was great.
movies,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
could go for watching Austin Powers 2, The Spy Who Shagged Me. That's the best one.
Oh, dude, that's all I was doing is watching blocks of movies,
Yeah.
like the Fast and Furious, anything that had like a series. I almost was gonna watch the Austin Powers because it was on.
It's so good.
It
That's-
was on like HBO Max. But
I would've respected you much more instead of watching
Instead,
the-
I got into watching this Tekashi 6ix9ine documentary.
Yeah, dude. Oh, okay, is that the one on Hulu?
Oh my god!
Is that the one on Hulu? Or,
Yeah, that's the one that also. So I got recommended
Yeah.
this documentary by Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Oh, Tekashi himself recommended it?
He was like, Jay, you got to watch this. I fuck a 13-year-old.
Oh,
so,
no.
So it was recommended to watch that and then to watch this Sasquatch documentary that we'll get into a little bit later. But
First,
this
let's go
Tenkachi
6ix9ine.
one.
Tenkashi.
Is it Tenkachi or Tekashi?
Tekashi.
Tekashi.
Yeah. A lot of
He-
people that I know fuck with his music too, which like I can't fuck
I
with him at all.
refuse to champion that
Yes,
guy.
I agree.
So I'm not doing it. Like I saw like people.
I don't like bringing him up, but if we're gonna, let's bring up the fact that
Oh yeah,
he
Marco, not for nothing, but be careful.
Now, yep.
What you Google here,
Yeah.
because when you Google like kid fucking, you
Yeah,
are
yeah.
walking a fine line on a laptop.
It's not my laptop.
You know what's walking a finer line?
I'm good.
Fucking kids.
Oh
Fucking
my-
kids is even a finer
Dude,
line to walk.
He had the video of him. First of all, it was like a shoot. He was doing like a video, like a music video.
Oh, you've
and then
seen
this,
it?
Well, I didn't.
Oh, but it was in the
see
documentary.
It was in the documentary.
Okay.
I didn't go, 13-year-old girl gangbang.
No.
So I, what I did was, I was watching the documentary, and they get into the part after they talk about him like building himself up and making him the bad guy and doing crazy videos and like renting Lambos,
Yeah.
for his like videos.
Yeah.
Then they get into the kid fucking.
Oh, so they start with all the good things.
It was a compliment sandwich. So they get into all the good things about him and what he did to build himself up. Then it goes to kid fucking. But then
Yeah.
it goes to being a snitch.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let's in the spirit of the documentary,
Sure.
What is there nice to say about Tekashi 6ix9ine?
He's insane what he did for his brand, like branding himself.
Yeah.
Because he did it with
I
almost
agree.
like no help, He didn't have a like a record label or a manager or anything like that.
Yeah.
He did it all himself, like through the internet.
Especially
and like social media.
after he got out of jail, no one wanted to fuck with him, and I give it to him because I
Well,
really don't
that's-
like the guy. But he rented out of like a B&B in like Long Island, I believe, and he was shooting videos in that living room.
Well,
They
he was
painted the walls, and he just
Yeah, he shot like the videos in Brooklyn, and
Yeah.
he rented out like Lambos and Ferraris, and him and his boys would be flaunting money. And then he had one guy in one of his videos like shooting heroin.
See,
like, just shooting
what I will
heroin.
say is that's a good example of like, at any moment you could be just doing something.
Well,
like
I'm
the
not
idea
gonna
that
lie.
he painted his living room and just started shooting videos out of that. Like,
Yeah.
if you want it,
got
go ahead and
millions
get
of
it.
views overnight.
Well,
Millions
this is
of views.
well. The
million
first thing
views.
I thought about was like, well, I'm gonna go on camera,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna do some crazy shit. I'm gonna shoot some heroin.
Right.
I'm gonna paint my hair.
Yeah,
we already
I would
got
love,
Dave.
Hey, if you
painting his hair,
if
yeah.
you self-destructed for DJVW
Yeah.
just for our sake, man, I would.
Dude,
That's
first
beautiful.
of all, you wouldn't want me around. I'd be a drunk,
you'd be-
junky piece
yeah,
of shit.
yeah.
That it would just be a matter of time before that camera got sold for coke or
Yeah.
X or
Yeah.
something.
Or I'd have
You don't
to,
even
this-
know how many times I've talked my friends into selling their Xboxes to get ecstasy or cocaine.
See, that's how it would go.
I
I
got
know
like
exactly
3 or
how it
4,
would go.
you
We'd
know?
go right back to Dear Jay, because
Jay.
I'd have to kill you. After
Yeah.
we made a certain amount of money, I'd have to be like, okay, now that we're rich, now Jay is a massive liability. What
Yeah,
with all the
obviously.
cocaine and the
Sure.
physically assaulting people
Yeah.
and the selling of all our high-end equipment.
Speaking of physically assaulting, he did this dude Tekashi 6. He
What the
whooped
fuck's
his
his real
girl's
name?
ass.
His name is Danny Hernandez.
Okay, yeah,
Daniel
Danny
Hernandez.
He whipped his girl's ass?
Oh, he beat her ass. So they get into like how he's like a social media marketing genius in the beginning of this documentary.
Lead with the good, yeah.
And then it takes a turn about 15 minutes in where they say, so his last music video,
Yeah.
a 13-year-old girl wanted to be in it. She comes upstairs and they wound up gangbanging this girl. And they got it on video.
His girl?
No, some random.
Oh, some random.
Just
okay.
some random
Oh,
girl.
Oh, okay.
So he starts. They video record like a bunch of dudes gangbanging this 13-year-old,
Jeez.
and then the
Oh,
dude
my
that he was
God.
hooked up with it in Ohio, Lil Red or Tricky Red,
Trippy Red.
Yeah, all these weird.
My boy Trippy Red, bro.
he
Old
was
man
he
shit
was
ever.
just like Trippy
Red needs
they
to go
were like,
keto.
we can't fuck with this dude. We don't fuck with pedophiles, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah. Well, Trippy Red said that?
Yeah.
Good for him.
So then that's when
Should be
he
a real
started with the whole beef thing and like doing like these internet beefs and talking
Yeah.
shit. And then like his one driver was this Mexican dude, like super just normal guy, a
Yeah.
Mexican in a polo and
6ix9ine's
blue jeans.
driver?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was just saying like how he would be involved in like these like fights and everything, but he would never actually be throwing punches. He would be in the back, and all the blood dudes that he
Yeah.
had on his crew
Yeah.
would like get in on it. Also, not for nothing, not a one of them guys could fight worth a shit.
I've seen the video where he gets into
Did
a
you
fight
see
at
it?
the airport.
Oh,
and
that
it's
is
really
terrible.
like I think he tripped and fell at some
That was
point.
like the only footage you have of him actually throwing
the
shots.
fight at the
But he
airport
didn't really even
was
throw shots.
Yeah, it was 4 dudes
Yeah.
that can't fight.
That's
worth
exactly
a
what it-
shit.
that's what I remember, yeah.
I was just wondering, like, oh, dude, if these guys messed with me at the airport, I'd whoop their ass and still make my flight.
Imagine that. Imagine you got to be the one who got into it with Tekashi and his entourage, and you ended
I
up
would look like
dropping them all.
Muhammad Ali.
It
out
would be
there, dude.
amazing.
I
It would
look
be
like
so
John
good for our
Jones.
brand, bro.
Oh, we got to figure out a way to beat him up.
I think we definitely do. I listened to some of his songs, and they're very like they're hype. You know, it's like
Yeah,
a
it's
lot
hype.
of like hype
Yeah,
ass shit. But
they're bumpers.
I just don't. You know, I can't
Bumpers,
listen to it
thumpers.
because Ryan Garcia and Tekashi 6ix9ine
Don't look up something.
confronted
Nah,
onlooker.
This dude,
Oh, that's
this
it. That's
is,
it.
This is very much real right here.
Yeah,
This
careful.
happened in the club.
Careful
Like,
with
he's trying
the
to
video though, because we can't play video.
yeah.
Well, you could just we can play parts of the video, but
Does
you can't
he
play
have
the
a
audio.
Pomeranian?
Dude, and
And
it's
is that
in his eye.
Pomeranian wearing an outfit too?
That
That was kind of weird.
Pomeranian is wearing
He's
an
trying to-
outfit.
He's stunting in the club.
Okay, all right.
Dude,
Is this the video? Because
in-
I would like to see it.
In either case, he can't. I mean, it's terrible video.
That's
but
him, right? That is him on stage singing right
That's
now, or
him,
not?
yeah.
Oh, that's
He's
him. Look at
throwing money at
he's just
this
whipping
boxer.
wads of money.
At this,
Gervonta Davis tried fighting 6ix9ine in the video. No, it didn't
Oh,
even-
wow, what a dog shit ass
but
video.
no, he was. There's more video. He's like barking at him from across the club, and
That's
throwing
so weird.
money
He
at
needs to
him.
relax with that because Gervonta Davis
Dude.
would murder him.
This guy got the Jake Paul syndrome.
Yeah, I get it though. You know, it's the same thing with Jake Paul and Logan Paul, Tekashi 6ix9ine. I've suffered from the same exact illness, which is
Being gay?
being gay, loving
Gay
dicks.
tough guy.
When you're younger, you don't know. And if you don't have any fight experience, you want to be a tough guy so bad, but you don't know if you have what it takes. And so I think an untrained tough guy is a lot more dangerous than a trained tough guy, because a dude who knows that he can bang isn't
throw
gonna
hands.
Yeah, they're not going to bother.
I will give it to like guys who can't fight worth the crap.
And unpredictable.
They're
just
unpredictable.
and they're fast to grab weapons.
Yeah,
and that just ups the level of aggression in a fight.
But I understand it, because when there's a period in everybody's life where they're unfamiliar with violence, and there's this big thing, especially for me, being fucking 5'7", looking as handsome as everybody wants a piece. They're like, he can't be charismatic, he can't be handsome, he can't have a big dick. It's very upsetting. And so people always, and I never knew as a young man whether or not I could. I would have fights, but until you get a big body of knowledge underneath you, you do dumb shit like this.
Call
some
out
people
Gervonta Davis at
That's
a titty
very
bar.
dumb. Who is Gervonta Davis?
He's the little Mike Tyson dude. That's a part of Floyd's.
No.
That's a part of Floyd's crew. He would murder him. He's like,
that's so weird. Why are
he's
you
got
doing that, bro?
Legit knockout power, because that they talk about that in the documentary. His whole thing started becoming that, like these online beefs and calling people out, and then he did get like a lot of help along the way.
Remember Stitches? Anybody remember Stitches? Stitches wanted. He was trying to call out Rogan for a while. Somebody beat his ass though. Somebody.
Someone pulled up on.
It was somebody. Damn, who the fuck beat
Stitches.
bitch's ass? Type in Stitches and then nah. That's
Lilo and Stitch, dude.
Stitches.
Joe Rogan.
Stitches the rapper. This fucking dude. You remember him?
Oh, this guy. He tried calling out
when.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, but somebody did beat his ass, or somebody's the game. The game's manager slapped Stitches in the face. That's what. Yeah, the game's manager knocks out Stitches. Yes, bro.
I never saw this.
Yeah, bro. The game is like one of the realest fucking dudes. Don't hit the.
Oh, wait a second. I think
you remember this guy, right? He was talking shit to Joe Rogan for a while, and it's
Joe Rogan.
What's
first
funny
of all,
is
like
Stitches approaches him.
You know what the thing?
Yeah.
He walks up to him to get knocked out.
It's so strange. It's so strange.
No, Joe Rogan is legit as it comes. I mean, the dude is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
He's his hands are great. He's got some
black
of the
belt in
best
Taekwondo.
kicks.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a bad dude. This guy is just a creepy guy. I don't know how they figure that translates. It's like, are you a tough guy? Well, I have been in a few street fights.
I have tattoos on my face.
I have thrown wild punches and only connected 1 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's good. I'm very good at throwing haymakers, and he's also a big dude. But Stitches kind of like was the beginning of that. Dude with a tremendous amount of face tattoos, calling out people and starting a buzz by being a fucking dick. And then all of a sudden, Tekashi was like, hold my beer, bro.
You know that dude, Joker? Or whatever his name is on the internet. My boy trolls him all the time.
Joker?
Yeah, he's his name is like Joker. He's like obviously from Florida.
What's his deal? Is he face tattooed up as well?
Oh, yeah.
Is he a rapper, an aspiring rapper?
Kind of. He's white, but he throws the N-word around a lot. He's got like ha 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 over his head. He's got like
that's very familiar.
He
that
looks like
very
Heath
familiar.
Ledger's Joker.
Jesus
Florida.
Christ,
yeah,
man.
Joker rapper.
Anyone's
Florida.
rapping nowadays, bro. It's
Bring up images
just do
real quick. I'd like to
images,
see the Joker's face. Yeah, let's see that. Oh, he looks very cool.
Oh,
he looks
God.
very cool.
That dude is gross.
Look at him right here, bro.
He says
he
looks like Steve-O if Steve-O got a tremendous amount of face tattoos.
So, yeah, that
was
guy,
him before the fucking things?
Dude, but the thing is, there's like videos of him doing like good deeds.
Yeah.
Like
giving
homeless
out
people
pizza
money to homeless people. No, not money. He hasn't got money.
No.
But he does got.
Look at this corny.
He does got money for Domino's pizza that he gives out. That's so.
He has a knife in his mouth.
Please
swallow it. Please swallow
couldn't even.
it.
He dropped it. He's on heroin right now.
He's a super cool dude.
That's
you
what
know
happens.
he does drugs.
This daddy issues. I'm putting.
Oh
all
my
money
God!
on
You know there
daddy
wasn't
issues.
a dad around to throw the ball with that.
I never
kid.
had a dad.
Was no.
I don't have those tattoos.
Yeah.
It's a matter of time, honestly.
It's coming.
It's
I
a matter of
I
time.
can see you with face
I do
tattoos.
got the gold teeth though.
I could see you.
I wanted to get a little dagger right here, a little dagger right beneath my good eye.
Yo,
that's the
it
move.
is not a good move. I know you said you wanted to get that face tattoo, but I would highly recommend against doing
Bro,
that.
come on.
You should get
For the brand,
matching
it's all for the
tattoos.
brand, baby. You don't want to. You wouldn't start doing cocaine and heroin and acid and such, and I get some face tattoos.
No. I'm not
I mean,
gonna do that.
clearly, that's the
No.
key to success. Am I wrong?
That's
Am
what
I wrong?
happened. That's what happened with Tekashi. Because going back to him, they were just saying like he started getting all these face tattoos and doing
Yeah.
all this stuff because
He's otherwise a handsome dude.
Well, he's not a bad looking kid.
Yeah.
He made it so that his only choice was to go this route and become a rapper or a social media icon. That whole thing. So,
but it is okay. Oh, this is him younger with. Look at, he's a handsome dude.
Yeah, he's not a bad looking kid.
He looks almost. They
used to say he
was
like,
really
they called him fuck boy though.
They called him.
He does look like a fuck boy.
They called him Danny from the bodega.
Danny from the bodega.
Yeah.
Now, before we depart from this, I do want to say that it's my understanding that it's not very clean cut that Tekashi is actually a snitch.
It is very
okay. All right,
clean.
but what I want to say that
he snitches on everybody.
But these dudes, these Treyway dudes, treated him like a punk and treated him like a bitch, and
then they inevitably robbed him at the end.
Yeah, and
they set him up a robbery. But
they were never his homies.
But
really.
they were tired of doing his work. That's really what happened.
That's interesting.
He was doing like a lot of work for them, and then he just got tired of doing their work, and then they're like, "Yo, let's rob this motherfucker."
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, don't you think he put himself in that situation?
Of course he did.
I mean,
there's
obviously,
plenty of people who go far in the music industry without fucking hooking up with the gang.
That's true. That is true.
Well, he knew that. Well, that one video that he did, we had all the bloods out on that stoop over there in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
That was his biggest video that he ever did, and he realized, like, oh, this is what people want to see. They want to see, like, the gang culture and all that
He's
stuff.
not wrong either,
so
though,
he
about
went,
that, right?
He went hard in the paint on the gang culture thing.
Yeah.
And then everything happened to him after
But
that.
that's exploitive, right? That's like you said in the last episode, it's being a dick rider, because we come from a generation where, like, snitching and being a fake blood or a fake Crip or a fake anything was, like, fucking virtually a death sentence.
Well,
At the very minimum, it outed you and made you a fucking pariah in the industry.
If something ever happened with us three in this room, I'm snitching on every one of you guys.
Yeah,
I ain't
fair.
going back to jail.
That's fair. I understand that.
I don't give a shit.
I understand that.
I ain't
That's
going
nice,
back.
bro.
If they were like, tell me
about that life, baby.
Tell me about Dave. I'd be like, what do you want to
know?
Because I will give you times, dates, and whatever.
Yeah.
And I'll agree to anything you say. I'll be
know
like
about
that
his
kid
IBS?
from Making a Murderer.
Yeah.
I'll be like, can I get home to watch WrestleMania?
Yeah, and that fucking kid making a murderer.
Oh my god,
that's
he was
another
just
can of
like
worms.
he would have agreed to anything. He would have been like, "Did you see Bigfoot?"
Yeah,
Yep, sure did.
Speaking of Bigfoot, bro,
Did he
perfect. Oh my
rip-
god,
Did he rip 3 guys apart with his bare hand?
did he? I don't know.
Sure did.
This is gonna be some spoilers, and I know everybody's chomping at the bit to watch Sasquatch on Hulu, and so if you've got it on your queue, you might
Hulu's-
want to bow out of this one.
Hulu is cranking out amazing entertainment, and
It is.
just a little back information on the guy who did the documentary.
David Holthouse.
He was molested when he was a child.
Yes, well, he's open
and then
with
he
that.
said that gave him the power to be able to do crazy shit.
He's very attractive. I could see how that would happen.
He looks
As he's pulled up on the screen, looking very unattractive.
Me and him do have the same cell phone case, so I like that about
That's
him.
cool. Yeah, it makes him a cool guy. I enjoyed him,
he's
actually.
got nice hair.
I enjoyed him.
He's done crazy like pieces where he's infiltrated like the MS-13 and the
Yeah.
skinheads. He's done crazy stuff.
Yeah, I liked him. I liked his character.
Yeah.
I liked his conviction to the whole thing, and I liked that he wasn't so.
You don't have to pull up any
bought
videos
in,
or
but
anything
just so
like that.
people understand, Sasquatch on Hulu is this documentary, and it's not really. It's in the description, so it's no real spoiler. But where they're basically looking into a murder case that was allegedly committed.
Now
by
wait, what doesn't the Bigfoot like, Dave?
There's a couple of things Bigfoot
What
doesn't
doesn't
like.
he really
At the
like?
top of the list? Are you asking me what's at the top of Bigfoot's dislike list?
What is it?
It's Mexicans.
It's Mexicans.
It's Mexicans, bro.
Would you say-
Everybody knows that the legendary Sasquatch despises Mexicans
And
Mexican
migrant workers.
culture,
Yep.
Mexican food, just generally the way they look.
Wait, are you telling me right
Yeah.
now that Bigfoot is a racist?
He is a racist. Everybody, fucking come on, bro. Is that a surprise
Everybody's
to you?
a little
He's
racist.
basically a 10-foot tall white supremacist. He hates Mexicans with every fiber of his giant feet.
And what does he do in this documentary to prove how much he hates them?
Bigfoot, and this isn't a lie.
He
Bigfoot
rips them apart.
rips Mexican men apart and scatters their pieces into the tall grass.
Oh my god, dude! So the documentary.
I like how
starts
in the
out-
documentary they go, the fucking most credible Bigfoot footage is still the Gimli footage.
The gimbal.
Or the gimbal footage.
Yeah.
Then fast forward to a dude being like, I was the guy in the gimbal footage Sasquatch.
Yeah,
scene.
but that-
it was me, bro.
But
They
wait, then
debunked
the
this
guy.
a billion times.
No. But then the guy who Gimbal there, or whatever his name was, said like he's lying.
So check this out. I watched the gimbal footage
A million
obviously,
times.
not a million times, but as many times as they showed it on the thing. And I got to admit, I looked at it and I was like, God, it kind of does look like a big animal. Like the way its thighs shake when it hits the ground. Like that leg that's forward, when that thing strikes the ground, it looks like his thigh meat jiggles. It kind of does to me. It's got a sweet set of Bigfoot titties as well.
I want to believe. I want to believe in things like Bigfoot and UFO. I'm hard in the paint.
It would be cool as hell. Although Bigfoot is, we've talked about it before, possibly the most terrifying thing. I had a fear of him when Bigfoot Mexican hatred. Don't forget to type in hatred. El Sasquatcho, baby.
How racist is that?
Yeah, because he's cultural appropriating.
He's culturally
appropriating.
That's what
El Sasquatch.
Yeah, bro. He fucking hates. And then I like now right there you can see Mexican Bigfoot. There's a very tasteful line of Bigfoot
getting
porn.
into the documentary is
real quick. Bring that up, Bigfoot porn.
The fact that they go through and try to say that it was a Bigfoot, and it turns out that it's actually they thought something scarier than Bigfoot, which is a methed out dude named Bigfoot Gary.
You think that's scarier than Bigfoot?
Yeah, no shit, dude, because that's real.
Bigfoot was real.
A methed out mountain guy named Bigfoot Gary.
Yeah.
Ripping people apart and cutting up dudes with machetes is way scarier.
Go down because it looks like those chicks are beating Chewbacca off, and that's something I got to see. And that's not bad, bro. That does it for me.
That is Chewbacca.
That is definitely Chewbacca.
That's not even Bigfoot.
Let's be honest, though. Chewbacca is a fucking Bigfoot. Chewbacca's a Bigfoot. It's the same thing. He's a Wookiee. It's the fucking same thing.
I'll give that to you.
And he rips arms off. And think about that. Think about bumping into a fucking Chewbacca in the woods, bro. It's a wrap. At least with Gary, you could be like, bro, is there something I could do? Can I suck a dick? Can I kiss your mouth? Can I give you money? Can I give you drugs?
Yeah.
With Chewbacca, what are you gonna do, bro?
You're just gonna be like,
you're gonna hope that he understands.
Falcon, dude.
You can pull out that ass cheek and you can show him and hope that he pieces together. Like, I'm willing to give you these cheeks if you let me live, bro.
I will give it to that guy who did the documentary. He did a great job of the fact that people could take like these little pieces of evidence, because the whole documentary is based upon he was in this area in Oregon where they grow like weed and stuff like that.
That is or was it Upper California? That is very dense as far as the woods go. It was a redwood, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was in the old redwoods there. I forgot what the hell the name of the Stone Mountain. I think it's Stone Mountain. And there's a documentary on Netflix called Murder Mountain. That's the same. The same thing.
Well, hold on. Marco just asked who wins in a fight, Chewbacca and that's definitely not how you spell
Bigfoot
Chewbacca,
rips him apart like a Mexican.
Are you kidding me? Bigfoot can't use a fucking crossbow, bro.
He could if he had a crossbow.
Right.
How do you know?
Chewbacca's way more
he's got
domesticated.
That's true, but he also rips off the arms
you're talking about
things.
a feral Chewbacca, bro.
This Chewbacca fucking explores the galaxy, dog.
Yeah,
Bigfoot is a localized issue.
He's like a dude that got out the hood. He ain't really about that life anymore.
From the planet Endor.
look at the Gimli footage.
First of all, wait.
Chewbacca.
First of all, he's not from the planet Endor.
Where is he from?
He's from Kashyyyk.
Okay, my bad.
So do me a favor. If you're going to quote
I forgot you're
Star
fucking 50.
Wars,
nothing has ever made me as hard in the pants as Jay correcting you on Star Wars knowledge.
Yeah, because dude,
where's he from?
Don't you talk about shit you don't know, because we don't do that here on
from?
DJVW.
We don't talk out of school on DJVW.
Where's Luke Skywalker from? What planet?
Endor.
He's
both
from.
I think
No.
I'll
He's
look it up right now.
Tatooine.
Tatooine. I said Namek.
Thank you. Shut up. Both of you, shut up.
Shut up. Shut up.
So anyway, so the documentary starts out with him being there and him trying to remember a story of when he was in.
And what's the story that he thought he heard?
He was in this, like, his boy picked him up. They drove him to this house.
Yeah.
He was basically harvesting a weed crop. And then some guy, all methed out and shit, came into the house and was like, it was a Bigfoot, man. A
freaking
Bigfoot.
out.
There's pieces of people all over the place, man. And then the guy, he was all methed out. And then he wound up leaving. And then the dude who did the documentary, I can't remember his name, he was like, what the hell was that about? So he remembered
sat on that story for a long time.
So he's done like documentaries ever since and done these like infiltrating things.
But
and
in the
then
back of his mind, he always wondered about that one story about Bigfoot ripping Mexicans apart in a weed field.
Yeah. So
he goes, you know what? Now's a good time.
So what he did is he returned to it, and he did like the online investigating thing, and it turns out that really it was just this whole like drug scene and
a
weed
dude.
growers, and they didn't want Mexicans like moving in, and they thought that once one Mexican gets in, then fucking they're
Did you
everywhere.
finish the documentary?
Oh, I finished the documentary. He goes, I'm sorry to both the Sasquatch for thinking that he could do something like that, and for the families.
I could respect
of
the
those
idea that he would
Mexicans.
apologize to Bigfoot. That's a nice.
He
move.
did. He was like, "There's no way a Bigfoot would have done this."
Because you never know when Bigfoot's going to catch wind of what you
So
said.
it starts out as a Bigfoot documentary, which I was
Yeah.
all in on.
That's what I was all
and then
in
it
on.
turned into like a murder mystery investigation.
Because basically the dude's name is Bigfoot, and the guy who came running
the guy
into
who
the
killed
fucking
guys was allegedly this guy named Bigfoot.
Yeah,
Gary.
Bigfoot Gary. And when the dude came in all panicking in the house and was telling that story,
He was also on meth.
the guy realized, he's like, I don't know if he said a Bigfoot killed those men or Bigfoot killed those men, as in Gary Bigfoot.
And it was Bigfoot
Ripped those
Gary.
fucking
but
dudes.
Then Gary got on film and was like,
Did he
"Hey
really?
man, I didn't do that." Yeah. And,
Can you bring up an image of Bigfoot Gary? Because I've never.
No, they're not going to show him. They didn't want to use his name. He did
They didn't show him.
Yeah, he did that whole thing where he talked like this.
Oh, okay. So you're not going to find any footage.
What
of
was
him.
funny is his wife got on the phone and was like, "Gary wasn't even there."
Really? Oh, thanks for your
Yeah.
testimony, bitch.
Dude,
hey, your money. Is Bigfoot real?
No.
No.
You don't think
Oh, you know what's funny is one time on DJVW we talked about like just being like gay Bigfoot hunters. That's like what we do.
That's right. I remember that,
Turns
yeah.
out there was two guys on the documentary that were gay Bigfoot hunters.
Was there really?
Because it was like, this is Bill and that's Bob, his partner, and I was like,
I remember that. That's right.
Let's see where this goes.
Damn.
And then the one lover was like,
Talk about
trying
being
to-
unoriginal.
He was trying to like throw his lover under the bus. He was like, Bob, you believe in that the Bigfoot can travel through portals?
I remember
And he's like,
that.
I didn't say that.
I never said Bigfoot was an interdimensional traveler. I just said there's a high, chance of him being. No. You said Bigfoot comes in and out of this
Portals,
realm through
like you
portals.
go in and out of my butthole.
No, I never fucking said that. God damn it! And then
So-
they went and they had a marital dispute or a partner.
and then they
dispute, whatever.
butt fucked and made up.
That's right.
So
They butt fucked and made up.
they were
It's the only way to make
fun.
up.
They were a fun couple.
I
I would
enjoyed
have
them.
liked to hear them like a little bit more.
They
but-
should have their own show.
Dude, there's just so much going on right now with the whole paranormal
Dude.
thing and Bigfoot. That shit that the Pentagon
Oh, I didn't see that.
It doesn't want to release it released a statement saying that we have no idea about what this triangle craft
Okay,
is.
so Pentagon Triangle Craft.
Yeah, dude, Pentagon triangle craft. You're going to have to spell it out, big dog. I know it's hard because you can barely see the
Triangle-
keyboard.
There we go, craft. No, that's
You're
Pentagon,
still-
Triangle, Hexagon. This is
What is it? Triangle what? I'm sorry.
Triangle, Pentagon triangle object, triangle shaped object.
oh shit. Just say craft. All right,
Yeah. Anything
fine.
that's easy to spell.
That's hilarious. This motherfucker brought up geometry.
Object.
Oh,
there you
Pentagon
go.
triangle shaped objects. Guys,
So they released
there
a
you go.
statement. There you go. Confirms
April
triangle
16th.
UFO video is real. They were just like, we don't know what it is. It's
Yeah.
flying over air
Scroll down.
space that it's not supposed to be flying over. There it is, right there.
Yeah.
Go up.
Yeah,
Go up to the picture.
real quick.
Right there.
That's how you always get these
Whoa.
fucking shitty granulated night vision
Well,
pictures.
dude, these things, they're hard to catch on film.
You sound like a fucking UFO apologist, bro. Why can't we ever get really dope ass footage?
We just need one to just land and a little dude come out and be like, what's going on,
Yeah,
guys? And
yeah.
I'll see you later.
And I tell you what, if that happened right outside the studios, I would be damned if you guys didn't join me.
You know what
the
I'd
shit
be
out of it.
really pissed
I would
off about?
fucking fuck up an alien.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what
I
I'd
would
be
just want to be the
really
first
upset about
group of dudes to fucking
is
alien
if
up.
one came down and he went on the Joe Rogan podcast. I'd be like,
Instead of
dude,
DJVW?
this is horse shit.
If you guys are listening out there, if we're putting signals out into the universe, if you guys want to be interviewed, you know where to come. Come straight to DJVW.
oh my god, you know what that would do to our
You could sit right
do for
between
our
us.
YouTube?
Oh
It
my
would
god, we go.
blow
yeah,
through
we
the
up.
might get 200 views.
That'd be sweet. That would be sweet.
Fuck that thing. No thanks. Hit that because that little tab popped down. So
So so the Pentagon released.
Yeah, let me see. The Department of Defense has confirmed that images of a video of a triangle-shaped identified aerial phenomenon, a UAP, because that's what they're calling it right now.
Yep. changed the name.
UAP is official term for what more commonly known as as a UFO. Why would we change the name? I don't understand that.
Because UFOs have a bad stigma
That's true.
attached to them, and a bunch
I
of
can see that.
weirdos and shit. You got dudes like those gay Sasquatch lovers.
Look at this, though.
They call it UFOs.
The leaked images and videos were published on extraordinarybeliefs.com. When would you ever think a website like extraordinarybeliefs.com would have anything real?
Anything credible?
That's crazy as fuck.
But that's what they're saying. That's
It's run by homeboy Jeremy Corbell.
okay. So Jeremy
That makes a
Corbell
little
is
more sense.
legit, dude.
Don't name your shit Extraordinary Beliefs, though, Jeremy Corbell, because
you
it
could
sounds
just
like
name
dog
it
shit.
like UAP videos.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, Jeremy Corbell came out and said that like the Pentagon was even like, we don't know what's going on here. We don't. And then like they had the guy from A-Tip. I forgot what his name is, but he goes on like CNN and he was trying to say like they're also hovering over like our nuclear sites and stuff. And then the Pentagon was like, we're not releasing any. We're not saying anything.
We're not
like
talking about that shit.
We're not
Brad.
talking about what
Hey,
he's
hey,
talking about.
Shut the fuck up over there. We ain't talking about that shit.
And then they said like he was fired a long time ago.
Yeah, we don't even know who that guy is. Get the fuck out of here.
We don't even know that guy.
Speaking
bro.
of Jeremy Corbell, he came out with a few good documentaries. Bob Lazar, Area 51, A Flying Saucer.
Oh, that is so great.
He also came out with the Skinwalker Ranch documentary. Did you watch that one?
I watched a little bit of it, but the
Dude, I
thing
gotta
is,
tell you,
there's
I
just
like
too
Skinwalker
much-
Ranch.
There's too much going on.
There's a lot.
It's like. It's kind of like it's a weirdo buffet.
Yeah.
Because it's like you got paranormal.
Yeah.
You got UFO.
You got
Bigfoot.
Yeah,
Animals,
ghosts.
all different kinds of animals.
Yeah,
like rare animals.
bulletproof wolves,
You got
all types of shit like that.
Cattle
Beowulf.
mutilation.
I'll tell you what, though.
You know,
In
everything.
this one documentary I just watched on Hulu, it's kind of ass, but basically, there's a dude that used to own the place named Robert Bigelow. I think he was a billionaire, and he was
that
trying
sounds
to
familiar,
record
yeah.
as much as possible on Skinwalker Ranch because the activity there is so like renowned. Everybody's heard of it. There's so much that goes on there.
They haven't caught shit on
Well, they
camera.
actually did. They caught a fucking UFO
werewolf?
2 or 3 times in just the documentary alone, and you could tell that what I didn't like about the documentary is that everybody was trying to get their heyday in acting. You could tell
Sure.
they all wanted their 15
it's their
seconds
time
of
to
fame. Yeah, it's their
shine.
time to shine.
Yeah.
Everybody was taking on characters and shit. There's this now, as a man who calls himself the Cobra, I know I'm talking out of place here a little bit, but one of the dudes' name was Dragon. The dude's name was, he was the head of security. His name was Dragon.
I mean, dude, if you're the head of security,
that was
your
them.
name is obviously going to be Dragon.
Yeah, this is the exact documentary. It's
So
on the History
there's
Channel, but it's
Thomas.
also on Hulu.
Where's Dragon?
Oh, you
at?
know that guy?
No, I don't know Thomas.
You saw his name on the thing. Look, see, so that thing was above a
Okay.
cow when a cow just suddenly died. At the bottom of that tree, there's a cow chilling. Cow just dies all of a sudden.
And there's no blood to be found, right?
Well, they did an autopsy on it, and it just seems to have suddenly
Yeah,
died
that's
from
another
stress.
thing. They think that they got like chupacabras there.
They have all types of shit. The bulletproof
Come on,
wolves are
man.
like they walk up to this wolf and they shot it with like a 38 until the 38 ran out of ammo, and the wolf has got a cow by the neck, and the guy goes BRB, goes back into his house, gets it
Get me Dragon!
something like a 308 caliber rifle or some shit like that, and blast the fucking wolf point blank with this rifle. The wolf eventually just lets go of the cattle,
Sure.
and just starts to run away. And they hunt it down, and the tracks just stop randomly, and there's no more wolf anywhere. But that's not the only time this
Because the
happened.
Sasquatch picked it up and ran with it. Like, I got you, buddy. I got you, wolf, buddy.
I swear to God, I think they said Sasquatch is there.
They find a bunch of animals inside out.
Yeah, they find
Well,
animals
yeah,
with
that-
like their eyes surgically removed.
A lot of cattle
no
mutilations.
blood around at
That's
all.
what they say. There's no blood anywhere.
Yeah,
you know?
and they
That's-
have those things well documented. And I know I just threw up the air quotes at them, but like, what else do you want them to do? Because at this point, the entire ranch is covered in cameras. They have security specialists. They have
and they
radar
still-
that they shoot into the ground
Yeah,
to
but they
discover objects
still-
under the ground.
They still haven't really got any legit evidence, though.
Yeah.
I mean, and then it's always just so convenient that they go, well, the spirits know when you put a camera.
Yeah.
Of course they do.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
they died back in the 1800s, they don't even know about cameras.
That was one of the things
They don't even
about
know about
the,
digital recording.
About the documentary that fucking annoyed me was like every time they would get close to being able to do something in a big way with like big machinery or sonar or
Yeah.
radar equipment, it would like malfunction. And I'm going, that is such an easy out. All you do is hire, because they would hire real companies,
Yeah.
and they'd be like, "Come on down to the ranch, bring all this ground penetrating sonar, all this crazy shit, radar detecting equipment. I mean, radiation detecting equipment." And then they would get to a spot that seemed really promising, and then of course the fucking equipment would malfunction. And I go, "Well, if it's real, that sucks because either way, it's such a like, oh, your equipment
Obviously.
we're never gonna find out the secrets now because your equipment malfunctioned.
And
everybody who they brought on there, their equipment malfunctioned, and it was just like that was the whole fucking documentary.
That's what they
Ghost
say in like
Hunters
how
shows.
it's like
Ghost Hunters. It was very much. My uncle said it once.
Yo,
He
I
was
saw
just
a
like,
documentary with that guy from Ghost Hunters. Was so funny because
one?
they went to a super haunted house and he was about to punch the guy in the back of the head.
What do you mean? What, he's freaked out?
No, he goes like this. He goes, I don't know what happened to me, but I was overwhelmed by anger. And he was
my
about to
God,
deck his
bro.
boy in the back.
That's those dudes looking for 15 seconds of fame.
Dude,
these
pulled
Ghost
back,
Hunters motherfuckers are
he
so
pulled
annoying.
back and he was about to crack his homeboy.
that fat, bald, dumb cunt? Yeah.
No, it's the other guy who's a Las Vegas looking dude.
Although I did used to
He's got like tattoos and glasses.
World's Most Haunted Places that used to be on Fox Family. Remember that?
Oh, Shab was on
man.
one of those.
No, he wasn't.
He was on like a ghost hunter
Really?
thing. Yeah.
I would love to go on one.
Dude, why do you have to
can
go
we
in
do
the
that?
dark though?
Can we do that? Can we reach out to like a ghost hunting crew and
Yeah.
come with them as like as guests?
Yeah, but they do the same thing all the time. They get you guys all riled up and then they turn the lights
That's
off.
how it goes. I'd love
and
to be
then
a
they're
part of
like,
that, though.
all right,
What's
what do you
that?
feel?
Did you hear that?
My uncle
Did you feel
literally
that?
said
Did you
these
feel that?
motherfuckers
Like,
made
I didn't feel
a
shit.
fortune off of what was that? Like that's the whole backbone of everything that they do is what was that?
And they cut to a
and then they cut to a commercial break.
Yeah.
And then when it comes back, it's like fucking squirrel, goddamn squirrel. But they always leave you. You're like, oh shit, bro, some shit's about to go down when they come back,
Dude, and they
that's the same
always
thing they
leave
did
you
on this
hanging,
Bigfoot documentary
and they'll
too.
be like, we'll be right back.
Yeah, they were, oh man, they
They'll be like, what was that? Could it be a squirrel in the
and they
attic? Could it be a
milked
spirit?
that.
We'll be
Dude,
right back.
They milked that for seasons and seasons and
Oh,
seasons.
yeah, they're
but what
great
I
at
will
it.
say is that if you want to find some real spooky shit, Nuke's Top 5 is like
Oh, I
one
watched
of the best
that.
ones.
I remember that day you told me you were like, "Yo, Jay, you gotta get into the Nuke's top 5, but don't
Yeah.
watch it before you go to bed."
No, dude.
The scariest thing to date that I've seen so far has just been that paralyzed what is that thing that you got, dude?
Sleep paralysis.
That sleep paralysis. That is scary because that shit is real.
Yeah,
that
shit
guy
is real.
that freaks out in the middle of the night. That
It was
and then
a sleep paralysis documentary.
And then he would attack his wife and his kids. and
dude, but
shit.
he
It
was
great.
like, oh, and he was smashing into the door
He,
like
he would go like this. He'd go,
I'm gonna
then-
trigger Dave with these images.
Well, I'm going to tell you a story that
Oh
I've
my
told
God.
before, and I won't get into it because I've told it before, but I'll tell you a little bit. Just one of the things that was a parallel between one of those documentaries in my life was that I was just moved back from Vegas, staying with the in-laws. You know, you kind of emotions are everywhere. It's a big upturning of your life. So I guess I was in like
your
a
in-laws are
vulnerable
Jehovah's
spot.
Witnesses, right?
Yeah, and so I started to have.
Is it out of the realm of possibility that you had
they
some
cursed me.
demons?
They cursed me. Well,
no. You had because they would say if they heard anything in the house, they would say, "Dave, you brought demons in your house." They
I don't
do
even
say
like
things like that. Yeah.
I don't even like telling this story because it's like a you if you stare into the abyss stares back.
Yeah.
But I had this fucking nightmare. I was paralyzed. There's this fucking greasy demon shrouded in like black mist, and he's got like this skin of kind of a slug. You know how slug,
Yeah.
except not greasy or slimy,
Yeah.
but the patterns, the leopard pattern.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's fucking red eyes and big teeth, and he's just breathing and staring at me.
Yeah.
Same fucking night. The next morning, Cindy wakes up and goes, "I had a terrible nightmare that some giant greasy demon with big ass
Was
teeth
he on
and
your
red
chest?
eyes was on your chest." Yeah.
Oh, dude.
And she
then,
couldn't
wait,
move,
wait,
but she
and
could
then-
see him.
Wait. And then what happened is he's like, "I'm gonna spread my butt
No,
cheeks."
that's my uncle.
That's right.
That's my uncle's voice, bro.
And
I
then this
love that voice.
this
It's a terrible
greasy
voice.
red-eyed demon spread his butt cheeks,
Yeah.
sat down on Dave's face and gave him pink eye.
Entered my soul door.
Gave him pink eye.
But then what kept happening for like the next 2 nights after that is every time I would fall asleep, I'd fall asleep and then all of a sudden something would knock, and I'd be to the point where like I thought somebody was knocking on the fucking front door, so I'd be looking out the window
Yeah.
and shit. Every time I would start to fall asleep
was
again,
Jamal from down the hallway.
and suddenly somebody would knock again, and it was knocking on my soul door, and I started to really have.
Oh, that's a scary
yeah,
picture.
yeah. And I asked God to save me, and it stopped.
Is that Andrew Schultz right there?
It kind of looks like Andrew Schultz. I'm telling you, those sleep paralysis documentaries, don't
The
fucking watch
sleep
them.
paralysis things, those are real, dude.
Yeah, they're
And-
very scary.
And it's like the worst of absolutely everything.
Yeah.
Can you move? No. Oh, did he also fuck you
Fuck
in
you
the
in the butt?
ass?
Yes.
Sure did.
Yes, he did.
He sure did fuck
And it
me.
was not
And he doesn't leave me
sweetness to it.
alone. He doesn't leave me alone. I see him every
Look,
night.
I don't want to talk about this anymore because it freaks me out. Let's move on to fight stuff. Can we move on to fight stuff? Let's do that, because one of the things that we wanted to talk about was Conor McGregor sailing off to the. I'm sorry, I just want to get away from it because it freaks me the fuck out.
Don't be scared.
I don't like it, bro. I don't like it. It just because it. Don't show me that old fucking Conor McGregor.
That's Conor McGregor.
We'll get
bro.
there. So first off, Conor McGregor sold his fucking Proper 12 whiskey
for like $600
million, but he kept a share. So whoever boosted up after that, McGregor's still going to be lying in his pockets.
Sure.
And I just got to say, one fucking move like that, and over $500 million. That's crazy,
dude.
as
He
shit,
could
dude.
buy his way out of any rape charge now.
What's his motivation to fight Dustin now?
Dude, the motivation right now is to beat these rape charges he's got. Dude, he's got so many happening.
I feel like he's always got some.
He's
sort
got
of
like
charge.
2 or 3. Did you see what he did for the people down in that Dustin charity thing? Because Dustin was trying to say you're trying to get out of a charity. He wound up giving like $20 million to like.
Yeah. So why is that?
Fact check me on that. But I know he gave a couple million to like kids.
Yeah.
For like after school programs and built parks. And he's like, hey Dustin, suck me dick.
Suck me dick, lad.
Suck me dick.
I guess. Does that acquit him of punching that old man in the face? Does that make him?
No.
Well, they made an agreement.
You can't buy your way into heaven.
Well, Dustin and him made the agreement during the fight that he was going to donate to Dustin's charity.
Yeah, and he said that he didn't. Dustin was trying to kind of like play him like, yo, you never, gave me shit.
Yeah.
And you were supposed to write me a check. And then Conor was like, well, I want to make sure my money's going to the right place. I don't want to just give you a check and hope that it gets there. So he wound up giving a bunch of money to like kids or something like that.
Right.
Well, here Dustin comes out and actually apologizes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because he said
There's a misunderstanding.
No, but he said the way that he was acting wasn't good for his foundation, and Conor actually donated to like another kids organization.
That's what I'm
No, that
saying.
all
He
sounds
gave like
nice,
a
but
couple
But they
million.
worked with Dustin's organization
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, he was like, hold my whiskey. I'm going to open up this checkbook, son.
That sounds
Yeah.
nice. That sounds all good then. That's all a positive
Well,
thing.
he did that after Dustin kind of like told him like, hey, where's
Yeah.
that money,
Yeah,
bro?
yeah. So let me
Where's
let
the
me bring
money,
you through
Lebowski?
let me bring you through a thought experiment, right? We go to a bar and we pull an old man out of the bar, feeble old man.
Sure.
Okay.
He wasn't that feeble. Come on.
No. This is
He was
different.
thick.
This is a thought experiment.
He was
This is a thought
thick.
experiment. We're
All
gonna go
right.
even worse. We're gonna go feeble old man. He's like pushing 90.
Yeah.
And we're in a position where we have a tremendous amount of money. Let's just say $1 billion. $1 billion. We can do whatever we want with a lot of money.
That's a lot
And
of money.
we tell everybody publicly, we are in a position where we can give $500 million to
lot
some
of
sort of
money.
children's organization charity.
St.
Right?
Jude's, baby.
But what's got to happen
Going to
is
St. Jude's.
the entire public, everybody has to back off and not give us any fucking flack when we beat the shit out of this 90-year-old man. Me, you, Marco, we river dance on this
Yeah.
old man's skull.
Yeah.
We kick him in the fucking mouth. We say, open your fucking
And then-
mouth.
and then
then we kick him in
Yeah.
the fucking mouth and we stomp on his fucking chest.
Yeah.
And every time he's about to leave this realm, we back off a little bit.
And then we go back in.
Take a breath.
Sure.
Let him recuperate.
Yeah.
And then once we go, you good? And he goes, I'm good. And, then
then-
we go, not anymore, motherfucker. And
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 then-
we beat the shit out. Is that not a good deal?
And then let's say hypothetically,
Yeah.
hypothetically, we rape a couple broads on the way out.
Right,
too.
right. This is all hypothetical.
But
that
all
was the deal.
Forgiven. All
The deal was
forgiven. It's all for the
$500
kids.
million
It's all for the kids.
For these children. And the public shuts the fuck up.
You know what the
and
funny
they leave
thing
us
is?
alone.
I look at kids different than other people.
Yeah.
I look at them like one day they're going to be future adults. It's
Okay.
like, why do we care about him so much now, but we don't give a shit about him when he's older?
Because we get ugly and shitty and annoying.
Like,
and fucking-
how is it that like you care so much? Like Rogan talks about this all
Yeah.
the time, where he's like, that person that you're seeing that's like angry or a drug
was
addict
a
or
child
hostile
once.
was a baby at one time.
I'll tell you why, Jay. Because when I was a kid, I was adorable, right? And let's say you cared about me as a kid. I was very adorable.
Telling mustard jokes?
You looked at me and you went,
Real
"That's
funny.
a molestable child," right? That's what you said when you saw me. Now, fast forward to 30 years old. I got one eye. I'm about
Still
to have
molest
one
you.
ball. I have IBS.
Oh, man.
I
I
have all
forgot
these things
about the
going on. I'm
cancer.
missing a tooth. What's there to love anymore, Jay?
You're
What's
falling-
there to even like?
You're falling apart.
I'm
at the
falling the
seams.
fuck apart. Okay, so don't touch me.
So you join.
So-
So you join the blood.
So I joined the Bloods, and I start moving, yay, bro. I start moving cocaine. All right? What is there to love anymore? I'm grizzled. I'm hardened. My teeth are yellow. My ball is falling off. I have one eye.
Didn't really shave today either.
What's there to love?
Dave is falling apart.
I am falling apart. What were we talking about?
You are almost as bad looking as the guy who was Conor McGregor's clone.
Shut your fucking mouth, Jay.
Let's see what that guy looked like next to what Dave looks
Conor's
like.
old doppelganger?
Let's see what that's kind of what you are looking like.
Jesus
now.
Christ.
You look,
Conor McGregor meet Mark Nye. Mark Nye, bro, an English drug dealer who used his resemblance to Conor to sell drugs. Yeah,
Good job, Mark.
I would
Nye.
buy drugs from a knockoff Conor any day of the week.
Oh, that's what you used to look like, D, and now that's what you look like.
That's what I look like. So when you say, how come people don't care about kids when they grow up? Because this is what happens to kids when they grow up.
You become Mark Nye?
You become Mark Nye. No. I am the Mark Nye to my old McGregor. All right? I'm falling the fuck apart. There's not much to love. This guy is rough on the eyes, bro.
You know what's messed up is that guy probably has both his testicles, though.
You think so?
Oh,
and
sure.
Both eyes.
Probably. He definitely has both eyes, although one of them is looking a little lazy.
He definitely doesn't have pink eye.
I have pink eye.
He does kind of look like an old Conor McGregor, though.
Yeah.
I'll give it to him.
He does.
You know, he looks like a weathered Conor McGregor.
It's crazy how you can take the attributes of Conor McGregor. Just
let's see
let
Conor
gravity
go down.
affect him a little bit, and he looks hideous.
Okay.
Handsome.
Now go up.
Yep.
Go up.
Got a good bald
Pretty
head.
close.
Pretty fucking close.
Pretty close.
Hey, if you said this is Conor McGregor's dad, I would go, never have I ever seen a more father-to-son resemblance in my life.
He could pass as a brother, older
He
brother.
could pass as papa.
Yeah, he could definitely. Not a
think he's
dad.
not
He
old
doesn't
enough?
look that old.
Maybe he's a young dad.
Look, okay, there he is. There's Conor, okay? Now, if he's like, this is my brother.
Yeah.
Tanner. Oh.
Can you do me a favor?
Tanner.
Can you do me a favor, Marco? Type in Conor McGregor's dad. I would be very much interested.
He doesn't look anything like him.
No?
No, he doesn't.
You spend a lot of time Googling dads?
I spend a lot of time Googling
You
his
think
dad.
I would?
His dad.
His dad. McGregor hits old man, Conor McGregor, and then type in his dad.
His mom is a fox. She's a silver
Is she?
fox. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor dad. Yeah. Let's see him. What the fuck, bro?
No, that's Dustin Poirier.
That's Tony McGregor, bro. Tony McGregor was born to an Irish. He doesn't look anything like him.
Oh, look at the mom. Look at the mom and the dad. The second one down there. Yeah, right there.
Okay, did you say she was a silver fox? She looked like a Karen. She
Nah,
was like the
hair.
ultimate Karen.
Dude, she could get it. Look
think
at that one right there.
Hey,
I don't know about this one, Jay.
Oh, the one where she's in the middle of them?
Yeah,
Above it.
dude, she is an older woman,
yeah.
bro, and
Okay.
she
Yeah,
could get.
she is.
Hey, Karen McGregor's got a thick neck.
Is her name really Karen? Or are you fucking around?
She's Karen McGregor, bro. She's got a thick neck on
I
her,
don't
huh?
know. I don't know. I think she's attractive for an older woman.
I mean, she's not bad. I wonder how old she is, though.
Yeah.
She kind of looks like a little bit of a young mum.
Look, he's got a nice looking family, you know.
He does have a beautiful family. Go all the way to the let's see
I
the
I mean,
whole
isn't
extended
it
family.
kind of hard though when you see like, oh, he looks like he's got a beautiful family, he's got the money, you
Yeah.
know, and then like there was some girl underneath him that was asking her to stop, and he
Oh
was
my
like,
god! Is that the case? Is that what the case is? Because that's very presumptuous.
Oof,
That's
that-
very presumptuous. And yeah, because she was
Is
going
that his
stop, and he was
sister?
going me.
Is that his
Me.
sisters? Because the sisters are fly. Dude.
Nothing wrong with the sisters.
I'd fuck Connor to
actually,
get
the one
to
all
that.
the way to the right has the same face as the girl from The Exorcist.
She could still get it.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right. The one all the way to the left is
Yeah,
is
it's just
much
funny
more-
because you think the guy's got everything he wants. It's just
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
You know what it is?
If
Like
people
even
get
getting-
everything what they want, and then they self-destruct.
Even going back to like the things like Tekashi 6ix9ine, like
Yeah.
I don't want to be famous like that.
Yeah.
I don't want all that responsibility.
But how bad do you want so much money that you and your friends could do whatever the fuck you want forever?
You're my friend. I got enough money where we could do whatever we want right now.
That's not true at all. And so,
Yeah,
what I would
name
like
one
to
thing
do,
and I'll tell you if we can do it.
I want a fantasy factory. You fucking idiot.
I could do it.
I want a goddamn fantasy factory, bro. That's my dream. I want a fantasy factory.
I'll take you
I
to
want
a
foam
factory.
pit. I don't want a regular old factory, Jay.
I get you to a factory. I'll
I
get
don't
you a
want a
skateboard.
factory. Don't do that. I want a
I'll
fucking...
take you to that old abandoned Pog warehouse in Perth Amboy.
What? There's a Pog warehouse?
Yeah.
dude.
You guys
What?
didn't know about that?
Pogs?
Yeah. I was talking about
That's where all
Pogs
the
the other
homeless
day.
people go down to try to catch fish so they
So
can
was
eat.
I. My son found one on the ground, and I was like, that's a fucking Pog, dude. And he
Yeah,
was like,
bro.
what's that? I was like, I can't even explain it to you. That's a
Ooh.
fossil. You just picked up a fossil.
You should hot glue
and then I
one
head
to
kicked
your.
him and took it from him.
You should hot glue a slammer to the outside of that fucking eye
That
patch.
would be a bad move, bro. My
Yo, look at those pogs.
Pogs, bro.
Pogs, bro.
Did you know how to play it?
No.
Didn't you just?
They're called milk caps. Eat my ass, bro.
The only person that played Pogs were white kids.
Yeah,
we didn't have Pogs growing up.
Dude, the light is killing my eyes right now. I feel like crying.
Well, we're gonna get into some of the street fights and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Let's divert. So,
switch over to
Instagram. You know the drill.
Man. Yeah, he's got a beautiful family,
dude.
It's sad that he had to rape all those people.
Well, I don't know about raping.
Allegedly.
You got to make sure you toss that in there. But it does seem that once people get to a certain height and fame, it is very likely that they are going to self-destruct.
Sure.
Like, it just seems to happen that way.
Well, you know what it is? You got to mix it up, because when money doesn't become a problem, you need something to become a problem.
Yeah, I guess so.
You
need ups and downs. Everything can't just be one elevator ride to the top. You need to eventually, every once in a while, cut the elevator cord and see if you can climb back up the shaft.
But what do they say about people who are, very famous, that they are? It's that volatile thing that they have that gives them that. I think that crazy that they have.
Yeah, well,
allows
it's because
them to get to that level of success.
I'm going to become like that. It's 100% that I'm going to become like that.
You're there now without the money.
Well, once I become totally convicted in that, like, my behavior can get me to be in an ultra successful position, then I'm doubling down and nobody can tell me shit. Nobody can tell me anything if I pave my way to ultimate success by being the person that I am. Any advice that you try to give me is going to be falling on dead ears, and I'm going to be whoever the fuck I want to be because I have faith that I already got me here, so I'm good. What's happening? It keeps.
Open it up.
No, that was just. I just let you go because that was powerful.
Thank
Dave.
you very much.
This is powerful stuff.
We're having.
I didn't know you had that kind of depth to you with that fucking red outfit you got on, that eye patch.
It's bringing.
It's hard to take you seriously.
I'm actually in a lot of pain right now, and so
give me some kratom.
When I don't want kratom, but when I have the pain, I'll actually
get them off my fucking screen.
Oh no!
Get them off my screen.
It figures that Instagram is acting fucked.
Mm-hmm.
So we just wanted to watch some people punch each other in the face.
Yeah.
No, look, it's not his fault. It's just a fucking dog shit thing. Why don't you just drop this? Go to Google. Maybe we could watch some fights that way. But yeah, man.
Well, McDojo had some pretty.
Oh yeah, find McDojo.
Yeah, he had that funny thing.
Shout out to Rob from McDojo Life.
Rob from McDojo Life. Dude, Coach hit me up and sent that to me, and he was like, "I need you to learn this technique." I was like, "If I do, will you give him a purple belt?"
Okay. There's a couple of fun. I know. There's a couple of fun things I already.
Oh, that scorpion one.
Yeah.
Get over
here.
Look
at this. Look at this.
Clearly,
bring the music too. I would like
the music makes it.
Yeah.
Yo, stop it right now. Stop it right now. He sweeps out his leg.
Yeah.
The guy falls to his back completely intentionally. There's already a man down.
Yeah.
So he's
just taking these opponents out.
He's already swept the man.
He's
already swept the man down and wrist locked him.
This is how I used to fight my cousins. I would just kick their legs.
Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get him with our heels. We're gonna get our hooks in.
He's helpless.
He's gonna give us his arms.
And you're gonna pull his head.
And you are gonna wrist lock him.
Look at it. He's even got the hooks in.
Dude, boom.
Look at my guy in the back.
Give me a tap. Look at the guy in the back recording everything. Like, Sensei. What do you think they call him? Sensei, Master? What do you think?
You see what it says? I just died in your ass tonight.
Dude, he got him right. That's how you got pink eye. You were working with this guy earlier.
One of my least favorite things about jiu-jitsu is that you will inevitably end up in terrible positions like north-south,
baby.
Yeah, like a north-south.
Wait. Before you click that, I just want to let everybody know. So I had a guy come in. My boy Nate came in. He started working jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And I first thing I tell him, I tell every single person.
You're going to feel my dick on your body.
I was like, dude, it's going to be a little gay. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
It's going to get super gay.
I'm going to have to show you how to do all this, and that's when I pulled his pants down.
Yeah.
And I penetrated.
No. And he lift his legs up and you go,
jiu-jitsu!
Now real quick.
Shit.
Just
I love this
come into my guard. Just come into my guard. No. Yeah, just come into my guard.
This is how we do it.
That was one of the first
world.
ways I took one of my buddies to Lionheart back in the day. And
you gotta let him know. But like, dude, it's gonna get a little gay.
Yeah,
but you know it's not gay.
Gay.
Strangling the shit out of anybody you come across.
Well, I do feel like Coach Ash thought it was funny. The very first thing that we did was practicing, transitions from being inside the guard. And he would just, he'd put you there, and so my dick would be right up against my dude's gooch,
sure.
And then he'd be like, okay, so what you're gonna want, and he'd start talking, and we're just looking at him, but in each other's, in our cradle,
each other's space.
I'm pressed up against his soul door,
sure,
and then
that's
the kind of
be.
thing you have to be, and it was tight, and Coach asked, he said, get in tighter, get in because you can't.
Jiu-jitsu means like no space or something like that.
Yeah,
I could be wrong, but it means like
there's
no
something
space.
to that effect. Yeah, you don't want any space between your dick
Nuts
and your
to
homie's
butts,
soul door.
boys. Nuts to
Nuts
butts.
to butts, 100%. That's
But
what they told
I
me
just
in
let
Scared
everybody
Straight.
know, like, look, man, it's going to be a little gay, but you know what's not gay is the fact that I could, turn you into a pretzel, like our homeboy that we just saw doing that to 80s
Now,
music.
would you? How would you defend against that, Jay?
If a guy swept my leg like that?
Yeah, you're coming in to attack a very skilled opponent.
I would
Boom!
just move. I would have taken one step backwards
and said, "Stand up."
Then I would have passed his guard, and then I would have started smashing.
But what do you do
his
from
face.
here? Let's say you're already.
Oh, I'm tapping just like that guy because I'm right.
But he's
in
controlling
that
his
guy's
wrist.
asshole.
He won't let him tap.
Dude, that's when you got to do the foot tap, where you're like,
or say tap,
Tap,
tapping, please tap, because he's the back of his scalp is pressed up against homeboy's
What's
asshole.
surprising is how many people actually believe.
Well, those
this.
guys, I do think they were being fun.
Okay, go into that next video there.
This one?
What is this,
Just
a
give me
gang
some
fight?
backstory. Just give me some backstory. It's kung fu guys versus I think Taekwondo guys.
Okay, please, let's do it.
Okay, so let's just.
Oh, look, it's our comment.
Okay, here we go. There is zero.
I don't see any technique going on. Yeah,
there is zero technique. They are doing the
stomp the groin.
Russian head stomps.
Oh.
That guy's holding onto the rail and throwing wild left punches.
I love it, actually.
But now he's being jumped.
Oh, shit, son!
Aftermath.
Are
Yo,
you kidding me?
The kung fu guys beat the piss out of these dudes.
Oh my god, bro!
It looks like they
Jesus
started it.
Christ.
So, guys, we want to give you guys a little disclaimer at home for anybody who's watching this on YouTube. It is Stop Asian Hate Week.
It is Stop Asian Hate.
So
somebody should
we're
tell
not
the
gonna go-
Asians,
Dude, look at our comment. Everybody was
kung fu fighting, and that is not racist. That's just a song.
Yeah,
but somebody should tell the Asian community to stop hating themselves because that was brutal as shit. Although that is more of a Taekwondo.
What's
versus
crazy
kung
is
fu.
they booked the mall the same day, obviously, to give demonstrations.
Yeah.
And then a riot ensued. There was zero technique
Right.
involved in any of those punches.
This was like some Cobra Kai shit.
But
Yo, it was like some Cobra Kai shit.
I'm
like
looking
when
at
they
this
fought in
fucking
school.
mall. I see 4 floors at the minimum. There was enough room for both you guys. Okay,
yeah.
you could have just
Somebody
went
could've
to the
went on the
second
third
floor. It would have
floor.
been all right, baby.
They could have split the space
I
up
love
a
this. So
lot
let it roll
better.
again because look at the fucking mayhem that
Look
these
at
kung
the-
fu
The guy's
motherfuckers
nose
had
is
left
clearly
behind.
broken.
The carnage, dude.
Oh my god!
There's
And then
flyers,
the walk off.
There's flyers all over the place.
Oh my god! So does that mean, without a doubt, that Taekwondo has been dominated by Kung Fu? Kung Fu is a superior art
Kung
form?
Fu is
I
a
didn't see
superior
one leg
form.
kick get thrown.
I saw some
No.
head kicks from the Taekwondo
Oh, you did?
guys,
The
but
The one guy
didn't
did
mean
hold
anything.
on to the rail, and then he did throw
Yeah.
a couple.
Scroll down a little bit, 'cause
But
I'd
he
like to see
needed
it.
needed the help of the rail to throw those head kicks.
Yeah, we're doing a deep dive on it. Yo, go to the one with the kid. This shit is so funny, bro. This shit is so funny.
This is everything you're worried about as a coach. That when
Yes.
parents are watching you
Yeah.
work with their kids, bang, bang, cracked you.
He's looking around like, oh, fuck.
He's
I'm
like,
telling
oh,
you,
oh, shit.
Rob of McDojo Life has
He's just like-
one of the best fucking pages
This
on
dude
Instagram.
is just like, use it as a training tool. It's a coach down on his knees for anybody listening to this.
Yeah.
And the kid is approximately maybe 3 years old.
Just hitting mitts.
And he was hitting mitts, and then he goes for like kind of like a roll.
Yep.
And he cracks this 3-year-old with
Smacks that child right in the dome.
We gave him a boss root in what is this palm
strike to the dome, a little palm strike to the
And
temple there.
You're just hoping that
Oh, I love that
the
fucking
parents
asshole
aren't
that teaches
watching.
everybody how to disarm people with guns, which is a very
If
safe
you go
and
down
intelligent practice.
to that one video there that Rob has. Go down. That little girl looks terrified
Yeah.
that this is not going to work. She's like, "Who's this guy with the gun in my face?"
If you are a 5-year-old,
That looks
this
like
is
my
how
niece,
you
though, I'm
disarm.
not gonna lie.
She's like,
Yup,
hup,
get it out
hup,
there,
and then
ooh, now
yes.
I got the gun, motherfucker. How you like
Because
that?
this man is a chemo patient and his grip is
Sure.
that of a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
She happens to be 5,
What-
and so she's got the upper
what
hand.
guy is just going to give you a gun like here? You know, like
It's so upsetting.
he
It's so
just
upsetting.
gave this little girl the
Can we
gun.
watch this?
Yeah, we could watch that. Let's do that
I don't know
one.
what it is, but we need to watch it.
They're doing head
Oh,
training,
okay.
obviously.
What the fuck?
They're always doing
Hard
weird
name that
shit
head,
in
bro.
like India.
I want to hear the noise.
Oh!
It doesn't
Let's see.
sound.
Look at this bitch.
Look at that Muslim girl got cracked too.
Ugh.
Everybody's getting it. Right there.
So
bamboo.
You know
to the
what's
head.
really amazing about his page too is there seems to never. It's a never-ending source of bad martial arts,
Guys.
Like,
if you want to watch these videos that we're showing, we're gonna put some clips in, but also go check out Rob at McDojo Life. He's got a couple followers. He could really use your help though.
He's got a couple followers.
He's only got 356,000.
Yeah.
When is he going to be on Rogan?
Oh, I don't know.
Why
I don't know.
can't
You
he
would have
get
thought
on
that would have
Rogan?
happened by now.
Yeah,
because
why
Rogan
can't he
brings
get
him
on Rogan? I mean, he drops them like enough, dude.
Can you try to find? I don't know where you would find it, but that Mayweather talking about this Logan Paul fight, and even the Logan Paul little clip that he did, because we're in this realm now. We talk about it constantly on this show of like these
boxing entertainment business is what's happening right now.
That is exactly what's happening.
And look, your boy 6ix9ine was at Rolling Loud last night with
a 13-year-old.
Look who's on stage with him, though.
Random N-words that perform, take a step back or look at me, but only know the first 3 lines.
That's Ski Mask talking shit.
Dude, when I see this guy bouncing around with his hair like that, the first thing that comes to my mind is ew.
Yeah, he was on stage with Logan Paul, right?
No, Jake Paul was on there.
Or Jake Paul, my bad.
Yeah, they probably did ecstasy and fuck 13-year-olds together.
Probably.
Dude, if you're Jake Paul and you got charges pending of you banging an underage girl and you're with the guy that literally was convicted of having sex with a 13-year-old, why would you be next to this guy?
You know why? Because we're in this age where the truth doesn't matter. All that matters is the hype and the perception that you generate. And
clout,
so they're allowed to do that because why? If it was true, why would they behave in that way? So they're creating the perception that none of that shit is real, and they're just going on with their days as usual and creating content and making money. And so that kind of is the move. Get on stage and do what the fuck you do and ignore all this shit till it goes away, because the news cycle in America rolls over so quickly. We're gonna forget about all this shit by the next person that Logan Paul fights, which is
speaking of that, speaking of the news cycle, I just want to touch on this. Every single time, like, because my in-laws, they watch the news like for dinner, they put it on just to watch what's going on. Dude, helps to digest, they helps digest all that spaghetti. So they got every news thing is about Corona.
Yeah,
it's like. Can we just accept that this is what we live with and just
stop talking about it? Yeah.
And stop talking about it? Be like, dude, this is our everyday.
Yeah.
Our everyday is dealing with this virus.
Yeah.
Can we just all agree that that's what we're doing?
I mean, we all understand now, right? You wear a mask in the store. You wear a mask when you're in giant crowds. You wash your hands and shit like that. And if you don't feel so great, maybe go get tested. And other than that, we all know
that's your day to day.
None of us are going to fucking forget it,
That's
guys.
your life. And then they're doing now they're pushing this whole India thing. They're
India,
it's a mass thing in India and everything. But if they show you the cases, 18.3 million people got coronavirus, but 202,000 people died. That's 1.1%.
Jay, we're not interested in numbers, bro. We're not interested in numbers. All right,
I'm just letting you know that out of all those people, 1.4%, I think. It was fatal.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, what do you want to do? At this point, it's a numbers game. Let me tell you something. If 18 million people got pneumonia, more than 1% of them are going to die. You're going to look at like a 20% is going to die from something.
But it's like you're not even allowed to say that because then you're bunched in with people who don't think that the fucking virus is real. You know what I hate about this is I hate the fear campaign. It's the same reason I didn't like that little
scare
Greta,
you to keep the TV on.
I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like the whole Greta Thunberg shit.
That girl needs to get fucked
historically up. Speaking,
Straight up, dude, I'd kick her.
Historically speaking, whenever a country props up a child and uses them to scare you and guilt you into behaving a certain way, it's the most manipulative form of manipulation. You're using children, which is to me a big fucking no-no. You're using fear and you're using guilt. How dare you? You know, by the time whatever, we're all going to be swimming with polar bears. I don't fucking want any of that shit. I won't look at it. I don't give a shit about it. I'm not going to listen to it. I'm not going to take heed and obey or any of that shit. Anytime the media tries to scare you and guilt you into behaving a certain way, I fucking ignore that shit entirely.
Now, let me ask you this. Can we just all agree that the ship is going down and there's no way to turn this thing back?
Oh, there's a way to turn it around, Jay.
No.
You're looking at it.
It's the damage is done.
No, baby. DJVW is the remedy. It's the remedy, baby.
The damage is done.
No,
so
I don't believe that.
Yo, let's just watch Jake Paul versus Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, can you click on that?
A box of straws in the ocean.
Let's watch. We'll watch that fight here.
Let's just not give a shit.
We'll watch that fight here.
I'm just saying.
Pay for it, and we'll watch it here.
Look, guys, we're gonna pay for it.
Pay for it.
Yo, that one thing was funny. That comment. If you pirated the Jake Paul fight, you still didn't get your money's worth.
That's fucking hilarious.
That was great.
Click
dude.
on this Mayweather thing. So this is Floyd Mayweather talking about his fight.
This is Mayweather.
Yeah, unmute it.
My bad.
So,
It's something that goes on your record forever. This is the exhibition.
so he's talking about
Why not?
the entertainment end of him and Jake.
I told you I was an entertainer.
Yeah. So he's basically
I'm an entertainer.
Yeah, pause
he's
it.
saying
Hold on,
that
this is what he says.
I can fight a fighter right now. Right. And I can guarantee myself what.
okay. So yeah. Hold on. Pause this because we got to break it down as we go. So he's saying here that he could fight a legit boxer and that he could walk away with about 50, 60 million.
Yeah.
And he said right before that he's in the entertainment business.
Yeah, he's an
Why would
entertainer.
he do that? Because he goes on to say, I could fight Jake Paul for 100 million,
Yeah.
give the people a show, and then that's what I could
That's
do.
a win-win. That's two birds, one stone.
Obviously, that's what you're gonna do because we, as the consumer,
Yeah.
pay for this trash, and these people champion these guys, and also not for nothing. But like, I'm a little upset with myself right now bringing
Yeah.
this up because I'm a part of the problem.
Right, of
I'm
course.
the
No.
asshole that's giving this
And
thing legs.
Look, we were talking shit about Jake Paul last week, and we're still fucking talking about these
Of
douchebags.
course.
we
of
can't
course.
get away from these guys.
Yeah, well, we're pariahs.
This
we're
is why I want the
parasites.
world to burn. This
Yeah.
is it because I just want all this to get washed away.
Can I say for a second how good Floyd Mayweather looks after
Yeah.
being a boxer his entire
Floyd
life?
Mayweather
you know?
looks like a
41 or something?
16-year-old black kid.
He looks great, man.
Looks
He looks
good.
thin.
And he's still,
He's
got his
always
wits
kinda,
about
he's always
him.
kind of thin.
Yeah, he's a little thin.
Right? Just a regular fighter. Right?
Yeah. All right, let me
So
pull
yeah.
up,
So anyway, he's more or less saying that he's about the entertainment business and the boxing now.
Well, if
and
you're
that's
Floyd
more about
Mayweather-
with the transition.
Yeah.
But Triller said that they're gonna put their next event is gonna be more like a boxing event and less of a show.
Right.
They're trying to get like more into that.
So if you're Floyd Mayweather, why wouldn't you do this?
Obviously,
There's
dude,
there's
for
no
$100
reason
million,
to not do this.
You already named somebody. Name anybody.
Anybody.
Right now, go.
Tyson Fury.
Done. I fight him
Uh-huh.
for $100 million. Name
By the way,
somebody
you
else.
seen Tyson Fury moving around with his fucking coach, just looking great. Go ahead, click on that one right there,
I
the
am-
TikTok one, in the middle.
I
this
am
is
not.
This
I
is-
am
this is
not
funny.
hating Tyson Fury as the Great White Hope.
Wait till it plays back.
Ew.
Yeah, wait till it starts over.
Oh God. Was this real or did he?
No.
So he spliced it together himself, right?
On June 6th, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Oh
Look-
my
look at his face.
God.
Yo, that shit is fucking funny
No,
though,
dude,
bro.
that's funny,
Yeah,
dude.
That face at the end, bro. That is
That face at
very
the end.
funny, bro.
Bodied up,
Bro,
too.
Yeah,
listen
body the
to
fuck
me.
Compared to
up.
his
Got
brother?
this.
Absolutely. I love. That's very funny.
I
That's
like.
very, very
I do
funny.
kind of like Jake Paul. He looks like he
That's
doesn't
Logan
take,
Paul.
Logan
and
Paul.
I like that you don't know the difference, and let's keep it that way. 'Cause
Yeah,
the
well-
second we start getting sucked into the fucking whirlwind that is the Paul brothers.
Honestly, all white people look alike to me.
that's true.
So-
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, but I just can we stop talking about this,
He's a
man?
big boy, bro.
We are part of the
He
problem.
is a big dude.
He is a big dude. When you see him next to Schaub, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yo, he's losing a ton of weight and a ton of muscle because he's got to come close. This is what I don't understand: is how does the boxing commission allow this to happen? It has to be called an exhibition, right?
Sure.
Because there's no commission behind it. Because the commission is not going to let him, be 40 pounds heavier than his opponent. It's
Look
just
at
not going to
this.
happen.
Some
Look at this.
WWE.
I
And
love it.
Stunner!
My man is out here making
Oh
all of the
my
money.
God.
Look, that was a good sell, though, man.
That was a good sell.
Here it comes, baby. Here it comes. Give him the old Stone Cold. Stunner!
Bah.
Douche
Hey, who's
right
this guy
there.
that he's allowed to Stone Cold Stunner?
I think
right?
it's Dave.
Totally jacked
I
it.
think it's
Kevin
Dave
Owens.
Sturcio from Chop Sports.
like Sturgio.
Is that Sturcio?
Stone Cold
And
Stunner.
Skadoosh right
the
there.
Sturch Cold Stunner, baby.
Sturch was a pro wrestler.
Yeah, he was.
That's dope.
Sturgio's a big fucking dude. He's
Dude,
out
I
here
want to
doing
get in the
lifting
ring.
and shit
I want to
too.
get in the ring and move around with him.
I would
dude.
love to do that. I would love to do some like theatrical wrestling stuff. Just
Oh my
once or twice.
I
It'd be
just
so
want to
fun.
run the ropes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would
bro?
love to run the ropes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would be fun.
Yeah,
we got to look into that.
We got to try to get to a gym that has like a wrestling thing like that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if we go in there and try to make it a joke and fuck around,
Yeah.
they might be like, "Hey, bro, I give my life for this."
I'd
you
love
know?
to- I would love to
give
powerbomb
my
somebody.
back, my knees.
What was your
my
favorite
family?
You didn't. I remember one time when I was a kid, me and my boy rolled up into my neighbor's house, and we didn't like him, and we were terrible kids, and we Dudley 3D'd him. Which is where he picks up the waist and I pick up the neck, and it's kind of almost. And we broke his bed, and then we left him there.
Yeah, I was way before the Dudley 3D, bro.
Yeah. What were
I was in the days of what a rush, and like
Legion of Doom.
The Legion of Doom.
Legion of Doom, there you go.
When they
Don't
would
get me
come out,
started.
dude. That dude Hawk used to do so much cocaine. He was there's
they all did
there's
so much
many
cocaine.
videos of Hawk doing cocaine. Dude.
I think to me one of the coolest moves that
And
looks like
obviously
you
he's
really
dead,
fuck
right?
somebody up.
He is dead,
Oh,
right?
I don't know. Is a power bomb. The classic
Oh, a powerbomb will
you'll
fuck
kill
you
a man
up.
if you, and it's an applicable,
You know what,
functional move.
Oh,
What
yeah.
move really fucked
If
you
I got
up?
into a fight with you and you tried shooting on me, I would definitely powerbomb.
That's a good
you.
move. But that happens.
I would. Oh, in a street fight, power
Yeah,
bombs
it
happen.
happens a lot.
Yeah, a power bomb would definitely go down.
What's the Walls of Jericho actually was utilized in an MMA match, and the dude tapped to it.
Oh my God! Yeah, he gave him the old Boston crab. And
Yeah,
dude,
Walls of
if you're
Jericho bent
a
the boy in half.
fighter and you're the coach, you just go, "Hey, man,
That's fucked up.
it's not for everybody."
What if you get
you're
Walls of
getting
Jericho?
Fucking that.
if you're getting caught in the Boston crab,
What in the fuck is the Boston Crab? Is that the
Is
that
the Walls of Jericho,
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know.
You
Before
know, like the Walls of Jericho was more like on an angle. You
Yeah.
put the knee into
Knee
his
in the
lower
back.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't even
Just
know
straight-
that.
You
Yeah.
should turn around and sit and just.
yeah.
pull
Well,
the
first
That's
of
what
all,
I thought the
first
Walls
of
of
all, you're a
Jericho
grown
was.
man. You shouldn't be watching wrestling.
I haven't
And
watched it. I want to start watching it with my
Old school
kids.
stuff,
Jack
baby.
could start.
Yeah, we're
watching.
talking about Chris Jericho, the crippler crossface. That looked like it fucking hurt too. I mean, it's easily
Yeah,
defended.
he also murder
Did that to his wife and his kid, and yeah.
Oh, no, that's Chris. Oh, yeah.
What was
Chris
worse?
Benoit.
What was worse? The what was it called?
The crippler crossface.
The crippler crossface or the murder suicide he pulled?
I don't know.
man.
It was
What
my
would you rather
understanding.
get
Close.
caught in? What would you rather get
Close.
caught
I think
in?
I'd rather
He
get caught
probably
in the
put
crippler
every one of
crossface,
his
bro.
family members
Bro.
In the crippler crossface, and
Bro.
then shot him.
He fucking
then
he
shot him.
murdered his whole family.
Yeah.
Killed himself. That's
That's a dark. I don't
When-
want to
when
bring
you're
it there.
talking
And
about,
that's going to
like-
be you in 5 years with your
for
lumpy
real.
ass brain.
I got a lot of head trauma.
You do have
dude.
a lot of
I'm
trauma.
gonna murder suicide everybody in my
Yeah,
house.
100% you are.
You know what else I'm gonna do?
What's that?
This was episode 42 of DJVW. I'm Jay. He's Dave.
It's true.
Go practice the crippler crossface on your family, and we're
I
out.
love you. Bye-bye. Mwah.
Dave and Jay versus the world.